Hello and welcome to my channel. If you are a lady watching this, you have enough beauty and elegance to challenge the goddess Aphrodite herself. Okay, so I am back with part 2 of this video, which is titled Bad Habits That Limit Your Feminine Appearance to Men. So I will make an attempt to link part 1 to part 2 in the description. So I'm back. Hello, this is me, Safia, stylish Safia on Instagram, and I got to point 8 in my last video, and as I expressed, I'm still in the same outfit, in my previous video, I did not want the video to run over too long because I didn't want to keep you guys here for too long, because I know not everyone has enough time in the day to watch 20-minute, 30-minute YouTube videos, and a lot of people like it in a bite-size template. So that's what I'm going to do with this channel. So I was getting through the list, and it's basically a list that describes all the things that you need to avoid as you are on your femininity journey in order to attract the marrying man, or the very affluent man, the man of your dreams, the high value man. And I think it changes. There's a lot of talk on YouTube about getting a high value rich man, but we know there's only so many of them to go around. But not just that, I'm not saying it's an impossibility, but everyone has their perception of what is high value to them. Some people may value a personality, a big smile, someone who's loving, caring, very community integrated, as opposed to how much money he makes every year. So I just wanted this channel to be a bit of yin and yang, but this will work in either sector. However you want to use this channel is how you can use it. If you're looking for that very rich, solid, high value man, or that sugar daddy, these are some traits that you can adopt in order to attract that into your life, attract that into your reality. Very invaluable information that I'm obviously doing on the channel for free because I want to help you ladies out. So we're going to go to point 8, which is duplicates masculine behaviors. Now that is very unattractive and extremely unfeminine. Do you find yourself wanting to dress like guys, drink like guys, walk like guys, get up in the morning, not bother with your hair, not bother with your jewelry, your makeup, just be casual, be makeup free? Are you an extreme feminist? Keyword, feminist. Feminism has become something that has really taken up steam. It started in the 60s. Women wanted to have the exact same rights as men, live like men, have relations in the bedroom like men, have freedom. I can't use the word, but freedom to do whatever you want to do in the bedroom with whoever you want to do it with. And unfortunately, even though we don't realize it as women, even though we feel as though we're having the best of both worlds, we're really not. Marriage is in decline, people are not getting married, people are having children by themselves, people are struggling, single motherhood has gone through the roof. We do not have the security or enjoy the rights that we used to have when we used to court, date, take our time, be chaste, not be cheap with our physical selves, and actually take the time to get to know these men that we're sharing our bedrooms with. We do not enjoy all of the benefits of what women in the 40s, 20s, 30s enjoyed, because we blew it all away. We got rid of it. We said, you know what, we're sick of this. We don't want to be housewives anymore. And as a result, a lot of women do not have that choice anymore to just be feminine, to just be the yin to his yang, to just not have to go to the boardroom. Not every woman wants to go to the boardrooms. That's what this channel is really about. Not everyone wants to slay dragons every day, right? So are you think of areas in your life where you're trying to be like a man. It's good to be able to think like a man and to be able to make money like a man, but it's very important to be able to have that Machiavellian, where you can conceal it, right? You can conceal all the hard work you're doing behind the scenes, especially if you want to get out of that lifestyle. You can't convey that to him, especially a man who is very successful in his life, who is in the boardroom, who is cutting deals. You do not want to be competing with him. Do you go on dates and brag about how much money you make? And I don't know how big your car is, or your house is, or anything. These are all very masculine traits. You never ever want to be competing with a man. And women, we're always in competition with each other. That's just an unfortunate fact of what it is to be a woman. But you definitely do not want to compete with a man. You don't want to ever say, well, okay, you make 100k, well, I'm making this, and I've got a promotion, and blah 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 blah. He doesn't want to hear all of that. That's just not feminine. Otherwise, he will just feel like he's talking to another man. And you may have some kind of relationship with him, but it will never be a very fulfilling relationship for him. His ego will always be dented because he's with this woman, right? So that's just something to think about. So the next point is, expects her feelings to govern each situation. Are you hyper emotional? Right? So you're having a bad day and then you just take it out on everyone, or can you rein in your emotions? And it kind of ties in with point number 3 in my previous video, easily upset. So you have to think about that. You can't be a hyper emotional person when you're a feminine woman. Feminine women are very powerful women, even though it seems as though they are modest and they can't speak and they can't say this. That's all the power, because no one ever really knows what she's really thinking, especially her partner, especially her man. He never really knows where she's at, which means that she's always in control of the situation, but he doesn't know that, right? So as a feminine woman, you have to think of it like this. He thinks that he's doing everything. He's the puppet, you're the master. You're pulling the strings, but your job is to make it look like you're not doing anything. It's very effortless, right? So don't be over emotional. Point number 10, lacks self-respect. How do you treat yourself? And I've spoken about this in one of my videos regarding exposure of the boobs. How do you treat yourself? This is very important. Feminine women are extremely protective of their bodies. They're extremely protective of their lady parts. They are not trying to flash everyone in the restaurant with their deep cleavage on display. They're very protective of their physical selves. They treat themselves like queens. I know that I am extremely hyper picky about what I eat, making sure I do my exercise, making sure I do my fitness, making sure that I do my hair and everything in the morning. And I will go through a beauty regime in a day in the life of a feminine woman if you would like me to. More than likely I'm going to do it anyway. But they are very much goddesses in their own world. They are movie stars of their own reality, whether they have a partner or not. So how do you treat yourself? If you're a woman who lacks self-respect, you don't care, you go to the store any kind of way, you talk any kind of way, you don't mind people seeing you any kind of way, you've got your body hanging out, you got a camel toe going on when you're at the gym, everything's hanging out, people can see everything. That's a form of self-sabotage. That's a form of self-disrespect. Feminine women are extremely protective of themselves. So another feminine trait, or a not feminine trait, is explains herself continually. Are you a yes person? Like I said, feminine women are extremely powerful women. Even though we're modest and we are demure and we are in control, we are not people pleasers either. Do you see what I mean? And you cannot be a people pleaser but still be a silent force to be reckoned with. So are you constantly explaining yourself? Are you constantly bending over backwards? When a man makes an advance on you, do you just cave in? All of these things are traits, because a man expects a woman who is feminine to have been guarding her assets, guarding her physical self well before he came on the scene, because he wants to know and make sure, he's going to try you, but he wants to know and make sure that he's actually going to be putting a ring on the finger of a woman who has been very protective of herself and maintained self-respect way before he came along. He doesn't want used goods, okay? So another thing is number 12. Do you complain about other people? You see, like I said, again, feminine women are extremely powerful. We are in control of our universe. The world is our oyster, and we are very in control of our lives. I would say the feminine woman and femininity is the most powerful energy and mystique that a woman could ever have, a woman could ever possess. But she's not a victim, okay? She's not a victim, and she never appears that way. She never says, well, I'm a woman, so I'm da-da-da-da-da. She just knows it. It's something that you're meant to know from within, from inside. Do you constantly complain about other people and situations? Are you the victim in your narrative? Because that's not feminine. A man doesn't want to come home to a woman who is constantly whining, moaning, and complaining about anything. He wants to de-stress, he wants to relax, he wants to enjoy his time with his children, his wife. That's what he goes to work for, to fix and solve things. And that's another thing. Men are solvers and fixers. They solve things, they fix things. I have to move along, but I will go over this list if you want me to elaborate again. Tries to outdo men. That's number 13. As I said, with the whole competitive thing, are you trying to outdo him? Are you saying, he says he bought this car, you bought that car, he bought this house, you bought that house, he's been to Bora Bora, you've been to Polynesia, he's been to Dubai, you've been to Abu Dhabi, he's been to Hong Kong, you've been to Japan. Are you constantly trying to compete with him and outdo him? When a man becomes very, macho, show-offy and chauvinistic, but just very macho, because he's trying to impress you, okay? So when he starts saying, oh, I drive this and I do this and I have this and I have that and I'm, he's trying to impress you. The key thing for you to do in that situation is to sit back and enjoy the show. Oh, really? Wow, that's so amazing. Oh my God, I can never. Oh, wow. Enjoy it. Enjoy being the woman. Enjoy him talking about his wealth, his house, his car, his boats, his merger, his job. A lot of women now, we want to compete with men, and that's not what they want. They want to feel proud of what it is that they've achieved, and they want to feel, because men do all of these things for us, whether they know it or not. They do all of these things that they can then go and pick the best woman, the most virtuous woman, the most feminine woman, the most beautiful woman, an untouched woman, hopefully. A lot of women aren't nowadays, but an untouched woman, a fresh woman, right? So he's done all of this for you way before he even met you. So enjoy the show, right? Another thing is number 14, and I know this video is getting a bit long. Do you blame men for your problems? Do you trash your ex-relationships, which you shouldn't be? That's another key. You should not ever, under any circumstances, and this is a separate video, talk about your previous relationships to a guy that you're dating, if you've ever had any. Never do it. It's a cardinal sin. Do not do it. But I'm going to elaborate on another video. Number 16 is looks for and finds faults in others. Are you constantly nitpicking, nagging, moaning, picking out other people's weaknesses? That's very unfeminine. So I'm going to conclude here, and until next time, take care. I love you lots, and I will be back with more from this series. I'll be back. Okay, bye.